Frugal Chef. You know, today at the supermarket they had a 5.5-pound piece of pork shoulder for $5.57. It was the manager's special. So I bought it. And now I want to show you how to make chicharron, which is basically a slow cooked pork, which is then fried in its own fat. This is wonderful, very, very delicious, super frugal, and you know, a treat for the family. So let me show you what we need for that. We're gonna need our pork shoulder cut into cubes. As I told you, this was 5.5 pounds of pork, and what you want to do is cut them into big cubes like this. Don't worry about the fat. We're gonna need that for it to get crispy later, okay? So I'm just gonna put all this cubed pork into my bowl, all right? And the next thing we're gonna need are, these are 8 garlic cloves, which I've minced, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix this with the garlic. We're going to cover these in cumin. We're gonna put a bunch of salt in here, and we're gonna let this braise and beer. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put about 2.5 tablespoons of cumin in this. Okay, don't be shy with your cumin. And also, don't be shy with your salt. I'm gonna put a generous amount of salt in here. If you have time, you know, you could prepare this overnight and let this marinate in this rub. Oh boy, then you'll have really, really, really tasty meat. So I put pepper in there. So now I'm gonna mix it really well, okay? I want this to get on every single piece of the meat. Remember, I have 8 cloves of garlic, which I minced. I have about 2 heaping tablespoons of cumin, salt, a lot of salt, and pepper, okay? So now I'm going to put all this in my braising pan, and I'm going to pour 2 bottles of beer in it. And we're gonna let this cook very slowly. It's gonna cook for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Then we're gonna go ahead and take the liquid out and let it fry in the fat that's remaining in there, okay? So I put the pork in the braising pan, and I'm just gonna put my beer in here. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and then I'm gonna cover it and simmer it, and it's gonna simmer for, you know, as I said, for 2 hours. You know, because of the shape of my pan, I'm only gonna use that 1 bottle of beer. I'm gonna drink this other one, salud. All right, let's check out our pork, okay? It's been simmering here for a little bit. I just wanna stir it a bit and make sure that everything is fine in here. Everything is great. And now I'm going to cover it and let it continue braising. So this liquid is almost all gone. So now, you know, this meat's gonna start getting crispy and frying with the pork's own fat. Now I want to be stirring this, you know, occasionally, more often than not, because I don't want it to stick to the bottom of my pan, okay? So that's what I want you to do. Just stir it and then let it crisp, and then stir it again and let it crisp until you have a nice crispy pork. I'm also in the interim warming up some hominy, which we will serve with this. I just bought, you know, canned hominy, Mexican canned hominy, and we're good. So don't forget that all these recipes are at thefrugalchef.com, the home of frugal, affordable, delicious, nutritious food. Okay, we'll come back. We'll be stirring this, you know, so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Okay, this pork is ready. Look at it. It is so crispy. It's delicious. It's ready to be eaten. I'm going to go ahead and serve it with, as I said, some hominy. I'm also going to use a little bit of my favorite really spicy salsa. Like, this almost is like a carnita, really. You know, it tastes a little different, but so see, now I've got my hominy and my pork. I'm gonna put a little bit of my really spicy favorite hot sauce on it. Here we go. Bon appetit.